Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Sunday, August 10th, 2025. Not many purchases, but some surprising ones. Actually, my first thing was not a purchase, but I brought some cutters for the garden. For taking out weed. I got it, what's the word for affûté in English? Sharpened yesterday. But the bolt was broken or needed to be replaced, so I picked it up today with a new bolt. So yesterday I had paid $5 to get it sharpened, so I gave another $10 for today for the repair. So I don't have it to show, but anyway. Then was this van full of stuff. They were unpacking crates of all kinds of various things they got God knows where. And then in the box full of various things, I found this. I couldn't believe it. As soon as I found it, I said, what the? And I didn't have any inside voice at that point. I said, what is this doing here of all places? And so there are mascot feet that could be adapted to become fursuit feet. And they have sturdy rubber soles here to walk outside with. And I discovered when I got home that there's Velcro here, so you could take this part off, either wash it, obviously it needs a good wash, and or perhaps replace it or get somebody to sew some fake fur on it. And I took a shoe off, put my feet in, and it fits. And I've asked how much? $15. Like not 50, but $15. So $15 for the base of outdoor fursuit paws. Yes, please. It's a no-brainer. I couldn't believe it. And I kept saying to some people that I know around me that I'm probably the only person who comes here that has a fursuit. Okay. So yeah, that was a very I couldn't believe what I can find at the flea market. You never know what you'll find. This is crazy. So after that was the most expensive purchase of the day, $15. Then some VHS tapes, because I saw the selection was interesting, but I found Lucky Luke Daisy Town in French, original French version. Though the French Canadians know this film, but it keeps showing every year on Télé-Québec at Ciné Cadeau. But nowadays they censor it. Some bits are censored, and they sped it up at 25 frames per second because in France their TV system speeds up movies at 25 frames per second. While here we have like NTSC is 30 frames, so the ratio, the conversion is easier. So we keep the films at 24, and that's how I grew up watching this movie several times. Several years in a row. And when they digitally restored it at one point in time in France and Europe, and they sped it up at 25, they didn't bother restoring it back to 24 for North America. They didn't care about this, so I just threw us that sped up version that I can't stand. And same problem with La Flûte à Six Schtroumpfs. I haven't seen La Flûte à Six Schtroumpfs in its original speed on TV since at least 45 years. I haven't seen that movie. I'm looking for software that can take because it has shown on TV, but way too fast. And anyway, so I got this. Plus, I added this tape because the tapes were $3 or 2 for $5. At first, I didn't want this one, Beatles: The First U.S. Visit, because the box is all screwed up here. And but for $2 extra, $5 for both, so this is 3 and this is 2, because otherwise I would have just taken this one. So that's done. It's just 2 tapes. After that, let's see, I got a little tiny Brian plush. I have a bigger one in my room, but why not? I'm starting to think maybe because I recognize this tag. I'm wondering if I don't already have a small Brian, because where else would I know this tag from? Unless my big Brian has the tag. I haven't checked recently. So got this for $3. The seller didn't know who that was. I had to explain. $3. Then some guy was selling. On my way back to the car to actually I don't remember if I got Brian. Wait a second. Yeah, if I got Brian before or after going back to the car, because I forgot to write down this purchase, and I'm not sure if it fits before or after Brian. A guy had several boxes of this junk food, Trix minis. I don't care for what's inside, but I care about the bunny rabbit. Trix rabbit. I never had Trix, and I don't think I ever had Trix in my life at all. But and you have here, he's there, all cute, and so they were $1 each, so just for the display purposes, and the bunny underneath that I've just shown. I got this box for $1. After that, I got dropped some stuff at the car. Then at the same place that I got these feet, I got this for $3. We had this before, and it was impractical for the milk bags, because this is lower than it should be for the standard containers, and it would bend over. We had one back in the day. We didn't use it very long, and eventually we got rid of it. So I'm not sure if I got it back since then, but it was $3, so I took it this quick. I kind of collect Quick Bunny stuff, but the Quick Bunny with a Q and not the N, and should not be too ugly, but it goes well with my canister I got it's not too long ago. So I got that for $3, and then some seller was selling a whole bunch of big things, and had a box with utensils. I found these 3 sharp knives. They can be clean, you know, no rust, although I don't think there is any rust. Royal Highland Cutlery. Does it say the country on it? Nope, doesn't say what country, unless it's on the handle. Anyway, I found 3. I said how much. He said, oh, you can have them for free. So I thanked him. Always handy. So okay, and after I got these 3 knives, well, I walked around a little bit too long because I'm very busy, very behind on my stuff. As you can see, the living room is full of my junk from past purchases. I have to put that somewhere in the basement. Oh my goodness, I'm so discouraged. But I kept thinking of the underneath the box rabbit there, so I got a second box for $1, just so in case I wanted to actually cut this thing and do a little figurine. We'll see. I might just collapse the 2 boxes and throw away the junk food in there. I'm not going to eat that crap. I don't eat sugar anymore since about 20 years I stopped. I started cutting down on sugar 25 years ago. Added sugar, of course. So thanks for watching.